I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team, and welcome to the channel. Come on in, come on in. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Okay, we are still rolling this week. We got some news for you. Come on in. 73 of you are here and watching. Make sure that everybody hit that thumbs up. Say hello to me on your way in. And I am about to say hello to all of you, okay? Drop your city, state, island, country into the chat so that I can say what's up to all of y'all, okay? Make sure that y'all can hear me. How about that? I'm going to start off with the mods first because they are volunteering their time to be with us today, and make sure that y'all have a good time, okay? So let's see. Ooh, y'all done started talking already. I didn't realize there were so many people over here. Let's see. What's up, Lady D Keys, child? I don't know if you saw Michael Boulware, better known, AKA Bolo. Today is his anniversary. He has pictures of himself and his wife over there. If y'all don't watch All the Queen's Men, go back, watch it, catch up. So Lady D Keys is volunteering her time. Clone in the house. What's up, Clone? Clone is my blood sister. We have the same mama, same daddy, okay? She is in the chat. She only mods for me. I appreciate that, child. Make sure that y'all mind your P's and Q's because Clone does not play. Y'all think that I'm a little shaky with my finger on the button. Clone is shakier than me, okay? So what's up, Clone? What's up, Lady D? Let's see. Do we have anybody else? Those appear to be the only two for now. Oh, my bad. We got Linda Gamble. Linda Gamble is in the house. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming over. Cookie in the Shy is in the house. Cookie from the Shy is in the house. Cheryl the Pearl. All of these people that I am shouting out, they are the moderators for this channel. Again, they volunteer their time to make sure that you all have a good time. They take care of me. Follow the instruction of the mods, okay? Everybody else, listen, I love y'all. We are coming from all over the world, okay? To talk, to kiki, to give our opinions, right? So all I ask is that you be respectful to everybody in the chat. What's up, Dayton, Ohio? I was born and raised in Ohio. What's up, Indianapolis? I've driven through Indianapolis a few times. Okay, what's up, Lawrenceville, Georgia? Who else do we have? Central Texas. All we got to do is be cool, okay? We are not robots, child. Woot, woot. Okay, we're not robots. We are all here to have a good damn time. Okay, we might say things that, people don't like, but we're not supposed to, get ignorant, okay? You don't like it, just move on. It'll be okay. There might be some trolls in the chat. I'm aware of that too. The moderators will handle everything. I ask that you let people have their opinions though, only if they are calling people out their name, should you remove them. Let's see, what else? What's up? Prince George, Virginia. Welcome, welcome. Trinidad is in the house. I love to see Trinidad. Come on in. Who else we got? Montgomery, Virginia. I think I may have put you up. There you go again, Virginia. Philadelphia. Who else? ATL is in the house. All right, y'all. I love it. I love to see it. 123 of you are here right now. I appreciate you guys. I'll keep putting your information on the screen while I go to the next. Okay, we're going to talk about Marsau saying he is not licking anybody's boots. And by anybody, he meant them leaders, those community leaders, the church, whomever. He said he ain't licking boots, child. So we are going to see what happens next. But I got some more tea to spill for y'all. Y'all know the comeback group. I guess they done came back, child. I'm gonna talk to y'all a little bit about that. What else is going on? There is a new case that was filed today, and there is promises of cases to come by the same lawyer. And we are going to talk about that when it rains, it pours for P. Diddy, and not just P. Diddy either. I'm going to tell y'all some other stuff too. So stick around for that. We're also going to talk about Tiny and T.I. They had a girls group. Their daughter was in it. And it looks like they won big in a lawsuit that they have been fighting for. I feel like 3, maybe 4 years. Because at one point, I think there was like a mistrial or something that the jury couldn't come to a decision. So they had to refile. You got to have some long money to fight the people that they were fighting. Okay. But they ended up winning it back and then some, possibly. So we're going to talk about that along with some other things. Okay. Let me get my face on the screen. Y'all see everybody there. Okay, child. Let's get up. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Hold on. I'll take them down. I got a lot of stuff that I'm working back here on this board. Y'all like my hat? I've worn this hat before, but I haven't had it on in a while because it's really like a fall kind of hat. But either way, it's on today. I love it. This is my mahogany. It's not it doesn't have that big of a brim, but it's definitely my mahogany hat because I like the color. Let's see. Keep coming in, you guys. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Don't forget. Okay, got to do this. Going ahead and bump up the damn thumbs up. If you are here, bump up the thumbs up. Thank you very much. That just means hit the like button. Okay. I appreciate that. All right. Now let's get into it. Let's see. You like the hat? Great, great. The whole outfit is fly. Thank you. Thank you. Love the hat. Love the hat. All right. I was thinking maybe I should start doing. Anyway, follow me over on TikTok because I got a manager now who is basically threatening me with content, things that I should be doing. So make sure you guys are following me on the Tickety Talk, also on the IG. Okay. And here, of course, you said you're happy for Tiny. Okay. Y'all know how we do over here. You thought it was Lady Sings the Blues, but you're right, it's mahogany. Well, you're not right about everything, clone. Okay. Let's see. Let's get to the blind item. All right. I'm going to put a blind item on the screen. You guys get to guess. Sometimes it's politics. Sometimes it's celebrity news. Sometimes it's just, things that's in the news that's important. You guys get to guess, but this is recent. And I will put your information on the screen as soon as you get it up. Okay. Let me start it again. All right. That was my mustard on the beat, child. He made a little beat for me. Wink, wink. All right, let's get to the question. Here we go. This is from, Hold on, child. It went black on me. This is from September 23rd. That would be yesterday. And it says, the foreign organizers of a trip taken by a spiritual A++ lister said that he was paranoid about people poisoning his food because they want him gone. Who could that be? Who could that be? First person to put it in the chat, I will give you guys, I'll put it on the screen. A spiritual A++ lister. What's up? Let's see. I see my faves coming in. What's up, Kevin? I see Mildred. Who else is here? I saw the review hour. A++, spiritual A++ lister. Not Farrakhan. Fear that they're poisoning his food. Can't be Diddy because it says that he was paranoid about traveling, right? He's going to take a trip. Uh-oh. I stumped y'all. Okay, can you get a hint? He lives in Rome. Spiritual A++. Not TD Jakes. All right. Boo. Tomato. The Pope. Pope Francis, child. He is over there paranoid like the dude from Godfather. He does not want to eat the cannoli. Okay? Oh my gosh, take a look. Yes, Pope Francis. Pope Francis said that he feels like people are trying to take him up out of here. And he thinks that they are trying to poison his food. He's supposed to go on a trip. And unfortunately, he does not want to travel. He thinks that he thinks he's being targeted. So let's look. Let's look. Despite canceling his meetings and audience Monday due to a quote, mild flu-like condition, Pope Francis is still expected to travel to Luxembourg and Belgium this week as planned. So he canceled one trip, but he's still going on the other despite having flu-like symptoms or mild flu-like symptoms. They said September 23rd, there was a statement. The Vatican announced that due to this mild case of influenza, and a precaution on his coming trips, they said that they scheduled the meetings for that day or his travel for that day. However, people started questioning that, child. Let me make sure I did this right. People started questioning that. You guys, I'm sorry. For whatever reason, it was supposed to say, it looks like I lost a little bit of it. Someone who is a part of his PR team, they basically asked, hey, what's up with this? Why is he still traveling to these places, not to the other? Are you sure it has to do with health? And they said, basically, mind your business. We said what we said. That's the only quote that we have for you. Move along. But yes, that's exactly what, well, you're saying is paranoia. That's what is being rumored, that he's paranoid that they are trying to poison him. So who knows, child? But Pope Francis said, not today, not on his watch. In regards to travel, child, he said, y'all can move along with that shit, okay? You're never gonna get him, okay? If the good Lord takes him, that's one thing. But if y'all try to take him, that's something completely different, okay? So that's what is going on in the news right now. Just keep an eye on that. Paranoid because he knows things. Who would want to hurt the Pope? Look, y'all got to go back and start reading your history books. Everybody. Nobody's safe in this world right now. Y'all see this place being turned upside down. The Pope is a very much a figure that he's controversial. Sometimes, they have to do what they can to protect him. Okay. Clone, what are you laughing at? All right, let's move on. 236 of you are here and watching. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. We are about to get to this next news story. Okay, let me get this down. Can y'all guess my background today? Put that in the chat if y'all can guess my background. Predators in the church were protected by the popes in the past and the future, child. That's something that still goes on, whether it is in the Catholic Church, the Baptist Church, you name it. Okay, all the churches. Yep, you're right. Los Angeles. That is Los Angeles. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, let me see. Is that what I wanted to start with? Let me take this down. Let's start with this one first, because Diddy's going to be a little heavy. But can y'all guess who this is? Can y'all tell who this man is who lost all that weight? Look at him. Got his little muscle shirt vest on. Uh-oh. Is Pope Francis accused of those things, Kevin? I don't think it's Pope Francis, but there has been sitting popes that they've rotated in and out. That's Lil Rel. Lil Rel is, he's lost a lot of weight, child. And instead of people saying congratulations to the man, they have been accusing him of taking the Ozempic and all other kinds of things. And he said he's lost this weight naturally. And he is feeling fine and looking good, child, okay? He wants everybody to know. Yes, it is Lil Rel. But I was really impressed with his transformation. I thought he looked good, okay? But yes, he ended up letting people know that he really doesn't care what people think. He said he doesn't typically read the comment section on social media But he said he feels good, he looks good, and y'all should be so lucky, those of you who are making fun of him and saying that he did not lose weight. Honestly, he said that he did the work. Okay, he did the work. He's eating different, and he's feeling fine. Okay, he said, don't be mad at him because he's a whole snack. Because he's a whole snack out here. Okay. Not the Pope, but the priest. Okay. So a lot of people are saying he looked great. I thought he looked great too. I just wanted to put that out there. Now he is still a little man, but he looks good. Okay. Also, here's another light fare. Y'all see that? That's the Fletchers, child. Both Nell and her husband Chris will be in the Atlanta area for a charity event, a fashion polo classic, and I think they just had one in DC, because I saw Arena and her husband basically out there. And so it looks like they're going to have another one here in Atlanta. It looks like they have it every year. This will be the 7th annual fashion polo event, and the Fletchers will be representing. So if anybody is in Atlanta, they wanted to head out there. We went there last year, I think. We went last year. It was fun, actually, I have to say. It's for a good cause because them tickets are damn costly. But it was fun and I enjoyed it. I can't say I'll be back this year, but go once just so you can have the experience, if you care to do so. So let's go on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, let's talk about the diddler now. Okay. I'm going to leave Cat Williams over here. Diddy is being sued yet again by a woman who claimed that he took advantage of her. She actually worked for him. She was an executive at his record company. And she said not only was she attacked, and y'all can see it right there on the screen, by Diddy himself, but also by the head of security. Okay, so I'm going to read what we have so far. She is being represented by, hold on. I had this up and then it popped back down. 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. Every time I get this prepped and primed for y'all, I lose the information. Hold on, I have to take this down, take it back down, child. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this new accuser speaks out after a lawsuit. She actually went live today to do a press conference with Gloria Allred, and you guys know that she is the queen of representing these types of cases, women who have been SA'd. They're usually high profile cases, but she said not only has she taken on this one today, and she is not putting it in the same pot as what he is currently serving time for. She said this is a separate incident. She don't think that it's the same, but she did say she has other women that she is ready to file suits for, and that they could possibly be a part of that. Okay, bump up the thumbs up, everybody. Bump up the thumbs up. So I'm gonna keep reading and tell y'all the latest. Diddy is being sued for grape, and now his latest accuser and her attorney, Gloria Allred, are speaking out against the music mogul. Gloria and Diddy, the accuser, as her name is Thalia Graves, held a news conference. So it says Gloria and Diddy's accuser. Excuse me, I read that wrong. Gloria and Diddy's accuser, Thalia Graves, held a press conference today, Tuesday, in LA, just hours after she had filed a lawsuit against Diddy, alleging that he graped her back in 2001 at the Bad Boy record studio in New York. She almost immediately started sobbing as she told the media about the trauma, physical and mental, and she said that she suffered ever since. She's actually been having thoughts of unaliving herself. She said that this all happened to her when she was 25 years old and dating one of Diddy's Bad Boy executives. Okay, so there's a correction here. I said that she was working for Diddy. That's not the case. She was 25 years old and dating an executive that worked for Diddy or at Bad Boy, and she must have been there the day it happened. She said Diddy had lured her into one of his personal lounges and offices, and then ended up graping her on a pool table after slipping something into her drink that altered her consciousness. In her suit, Graves also claimed that Diddy's head of security did the same thing. And she says that the abuse was filmed with a handheld camera and later shown to her then boyfriend and other men. Can you still call that man your boyfriend? Graves claims that she suffered from thoughts of taking herself off the planet Earth and also other things since the incident. She said that her wounds were reopened in November when she learned of what happened to Cassie and Cassie's lawsuit. And she says in the latest abuse lawsuit, she's very happy that he is being held in custody. However, she said she's never been able to live a normal life since the day that happened. Okay, let me see if I can get a picture of her up here so y'all can see what she looks like in case you didn't see it. 290 of you are here right now. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do need y'all to hit that like button for me though. And here is a little picture of her so you can see. This is Thalia Graves. And I'm not playing the audio from the suit because they use some very explicit language, and that could probably be a problem for this video. But y'all heard it. Basically, she's saying it happened to her when she was 25. She was dating a man that worked for Diddy. And unfortunately, y'all, that horrible incident happened to her. So let me put this back up. All right. I'm reading your comments, child. The bottom line is he has a lot more coming with Gloria Allred. She's bringing more suits. She said she confirmed that on her press conference today. So who filmed it? Don't know. But you guys, they said it's Revenge P that has been spread around over and over and over again. They said a lot of people have the video now. What Gloria was asking for is that the video be brought to, I guess, the police department or whoever. She said no one should be watching it at this point, but she said that there could be other people brought to justice or be brought up in this lawsuit, even though she hadn't said the name. They asked if it was anyone famous outside of Diddy. We know Diddy's famous. She did say not that she is aware of, but whoever these notables are, whoever was working over there, the bodyguard, definitely, the head of security, Diddy, and she said possibly someone else, child. So we'll have to see. Oh, Kevin, are you serious? He said, in addition, they also did that in her mouth. Wow. That's a lot. Anyway, we're going to continue to watch all of this stuff play out in the news right now. And what I have to say is people who have done these things to women, they are sitting ducks, period. Because you know what happens when people talk? It brings up things for the victims. And then victims to say, you know what, if she did it, I'm strong enough to do it too. It just takes one. That's it. And it doesn't have to be against Diddy, child. It could be the man at the gas station, over there at the Piggly Wiggly, your favorite fireman, police officer, doctor, whoever these people are who don't know how to control themselves. You may find yourself in the same situation at this point, because this is what happens when we have situations like that. It's not always about money, even though she is asking for financial compensation. But just so people know, the United States is the only country, I believe, that allows people to sue for monetary damages, which is good. That's a smart thing. Okay. Let's see. Diddy doesn't deserve to go free, in my opinion. I have zero sympathy for him. Agreed. Agree. Bump up the thumbs up. 309 of you are watching right now. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. That's crazy. I think anybody that knew about these things should be in jail as well. You know what, Ms. Lady? The thing with this is, and we say this a lot, is that the same amount of fear that people have that are the victims who are, in it can be the same fear that someone who's aware of it has. Like, it lives as a trauma in them too. And sometimes they're afraid because they've been threatened, because they see someone else that's been made an example out of. And so we have to be careful. I don't always think that to be the case. I think that sometimes, they could be a victim as well, knowing the things that happen to others. Let's see. This is horrible. More and more victims will continue to come out all over. It could be somebody y'all know at this point, because it does not look like we're going to get a break from this anytime soon. Diddy is going to be in jail until the trial. That is what they are saying. That's what the DA said, in jail until the trial. And he is still asking for more people, witnesses, victims to come forward. Uh-oh, nice background of your native city, LA. Thank you. Thank you. No, Gloria did not represent the victims. I don't think so anyway, but you guys correct me in the chat if this is not correct. I don't remember her being the lawyer. If she started with them, I don't remember her finishing with them. Diddy filmed it. I don't know. She said it was filmed. It was the bodyguard and Diddy. So maybe the bodyguard filmed it and then took his turn. But it happened to her. She said that she was slipped a Mickey. Okay, a Mickey. When I was a child, you know how everybody say that for young Black men, you're always given that police story. This is what you do to make sure that you come home safe. For as long as I can remember, when I was a child, my mother, my sister and our mother would always tell us, don't go back to a drink that you've left, right? And she said, I don't give a damn where it is. I don't care if it's at your grandmother's house. If you leave your drink, do not go back to that drink. That drink is done, okay? Get yourself something else, or, stay thirsty, child. But that is that's something that we have to remember as women. Not that she said that happened to her, but just don't do it. There's just certain things that that sticks in your mind always. And that's one of them. Don't drink with people you don't know, and do not leave your drink behind. Okay. I don't care what it is, Coca-Cola, gin, whatever, don't do it. Let's see. These are the things the women should be advocating for, women's rights, not this other foolishness. You are absolutely right. That's right. For women, the speech that we are given, that I believe that all women are typically given, is don't leave your drink. Don't drink with people you don't know, and don't leave your drink. I don't know. I don't even know what age I was when I heard that. I feel like I was 8, though. I feel like I was 8. But she had always said that to us, and we never have. That's right. Watch the bartender too, child. Who makes the drinks? Absolutely. Watch the bartender. Never let anybody hand you a drink. My mentor, who is a man, but he used to always say to me when I had first moved to St. Louis, he said, buy your own drink so you can say what you think. Never let him buy you a drink. He used to say that all the time. Don't let a man buy you a drink. Okay. Buy your own drinks. We pay you enough here. That's what he used to tell me. I swear to God, I used to crack up, but I never did, because I figured, hell, he would know. This is his town. That was before I lived there for a while. That's right. Don't let a man hand you a drink. That's right. That is funny. They're going to end up in the poorhouse because of him. You think so? Diddy children are going to end up in the poorhouse because of him. We'll see if there's anything left behind. He was probably trying to put some stuff away for something. But if you are some young folks in here, remember that, okay? Because there's a lot of people that's way too trusting. You're never supposed to do that. Ever, ever, ever. Okay? All right, let's get to the next story. I told you about that. Listen, this is what I saw a little earlier today. I don't know if Kirk Frost is in the shit house or something. But earlier today, he had posted this love story to Rashida saying, I love our journey so far, babe. I'm just imagining the future with you. And then he hashtagged the journey, Kirk Frost, Rashida, seeing the game or seed of the game. So he was posting all these pictures of her when she was a young thing. Okay. Beautiful Rashida. Rashida's always been a very beautiful girl, lady. But y'all know Kirk has been in the news. Look, he even put a picture of himself in there. Kirk has been in the news for possibly sending inappropriate text messages to his baby mama and basically asking, how much would it cost for me to F? Okay, how much would it cost? And then when he was confronted, he said, I don't even remember sending that. I have a lot of things on my mind, which is absolutely crazy. But it looked like maybe Rashida and him were trying to work it out. And for the first time, because y'all know I don't typically see guys do stuff like this. For the first time, I've seen Kirk over here posting pictures of his wife, and possibly just trying to remind her of their journey, where they've been. Okay, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Do not dance and leave a drink. Never leave a drink, Mary. Never leave your drink ever, ever. If you do leave it, just know that you ain't supposed to have it anymore. You could leave it, just don't drink it again, okay? That's where a lot of things happen. And y'all know, I forgot how old I was, but I remember like the old folks. I always say the old folks, even though I'm the old folk now. I remember the old folks when they first started naming the date grape drug. Like I remember people saying, oh, they got a name for it now. Like I remember that as a conversation. Oh, they got a name for it now, because back in the day, that was just shit that happened to you. Like that's how crazy stuff is now, right? So you're never supposed to leave it. Honestly, Dyana, since Diddy was such a deviant, how do we know that he didn't touch his own? Ooh, Sarita, I don't know. That would be the kid's story to tell, child. I don't know, but let's hope not, okay? I told y'all to listen to that Freddie P conversation where he was explaining some of the stuff that should clue you into the fact that maybe he was fighting some internal demons, not willing to accept some things for himself. Not that there's anything wrong with any of it. It's just that he was in a part of a culture, the rap culture, that was very, very, very homophobic, and because of it, he looked like he was fighting demons. That is still the case, I would say, today. However, there are very brave men, women who have come out and they've tried to normalize things and make things safer for people, and that's all you can hope for at this point. Just remember, people, we are not the same. We ain't supposed to be. Unfortunately, this shit has gone down at the hands of and a lot of people have been victims. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next. And I am praying for all the children. I hope none of that stuff has passed down to them in any kind of way. Okay. What else do I want to talk about? Hold on one second. Let's talk about Tiny and T.I. Hello. Okay, let's talk about Tiny and T.I. real quick. I'm gonna put this up and then I'll put up the other one. Okay, y'all, Tiny and T.I. did a big one yesterday. They won $71 million. $71 million, y'all, because they had a group. Y'all know Tiny had a group. Hey, Mr. C, Clone said hi to you, Charles. He's not answering. He does not want to be on this video in any way, child. He hiding out from the feds. No, he's not. I'm kidding. Yeah, that's not true. Okay. Oh, I joke too much. I kid. Anyway, let me put this video up instead. So Tiny and T.I., I'm going to say it's Tiny and T.I. because they were the ones who paid for the court case, child. Listen, 71 million. They were fighting for a very long time to make sure that they could get the rights for their children. Y'all know that they had the OMG. There was a group called the OMG Girls. that Tiny started. And who else was in it? I believe Lil Wayne's daughter was in it. Okay. Lil Wayne's daughter was in it. And literally, they had to go to court. They ended up getting it kicked out of court or thrown out of court that first time around. Hold on. And then, hold on, y'all. My computer, my phone is not doing what it's supposed to do. 1 second. All kinds of technical difficulties today. So they won a $71 million award over the OMG Girls trial, okay? Y'all may remember the OMG Girls. Let me put them up here. Very cute. Lil Wayne's daughter actually dropped out, and they got a replacement. But Tiny's daughter is the one with the little bouffant, the little pompadour with her hand. She's right there in the front, little green pompadour. And then these dolls were made after them that look like brat dolls, but they were kind of made in the image of the group, child. And Tiny said, nuh-uh, I know that's my daughter. I know my daughter when I see it. Okay, which one do y'all think is her daughter? Here's the other group, the other girl. I thought that this was the one that looked most like her daughter with that pink hair and the blonde hair. I thought that that looked most like her child. Anyway, Tiny said, you are taking my rights away. What if what if I wanted to make dolls or something like that, or my daughter wanted to make the dolls? Anyway, they said, we taking this to court. They were the ones that came and ripped us off. They expected us not to fight. They had the audacity to come in and take what belonged to us. Hip Hop Mogul T.I. and his wife Tamika Tiny Harris scored a massive $71 million on Monday after winning their third court trial. This is their third trial, you guys. I thought it was their second, but third. That is a lot. This is what they hope. They hope that they can keep you in court, wrapped up financially, and that you will just walk away eventually, right? But they did not. They ended up fighting, and they scored big. Over the Titan MGA Entertainment violated their intellectual property rights over their teen pop group OMG Girls with its widely popular LOL Surprise. Okay, so take a look at those styles. Thank you, Grand Diva. I appreciate you blessing the channel. But yeah, let's look at these girls. Super cute. Probably had a lot of little teen idols, and then they have those dolls out. And you would think that the dolls was probably approved, right? So you're at the store buying them for your kids, and it's not. The jurors awarded the couple and the company and their companies $17.9 million in real damages, with a whopping $53.6 million in punitive damages, following a 3-week trial in a federal courtroom in California. Tiny said, wow, they did more than I thought they was going to do. Okay, she wasn't even expecting that much. I would have been happy with whatever they gave us, but they blessed us with more than we could ever imagine. We want to thank the jurors so bad, but we didn't get an opportunity because all the jurors left before they were able to say anything to them. In a complex verdict read on Monday afternoon, the jurors said that the 13 dolls, and I believe there's 76 dolls, by the way, they said 13 dolls among more than 30. Okay, there was 30 dolls made, but 13, they said, definitely infringed on the trademark, including how the dolls were dressed, the names that were created for the dolls, the image, and the likeness of the female band. T.I. and Tiny formed in 2009 with their daughter Zonique as the core group member. Damn, that's a lot. Thank you so much. Is it Rowena Booth? That's a pretty name. Thank you so much for blessing the channel. I appreciate you. So look, these girls, because I'm sure that they're going to share the wealth with the group. These girls get to have a little bit of money for their own family, right? For their children and grandchildren, which is what you want, child. But how amazing is that? It goes on to say that I think justice was served. It's a testament to the relentless resilience of my wife, my daughter, and my nieces, T.I. told Rolling Stone by phone. We're just happy that we were able to come out on top and fight for our creatives and our intellectual property that the large corporations seem to think was just public domain, free for all to use. So congratulations to them and their daughters and nieces, he said. He said that the verdict was a win for the people. So this is just a reminder to go get your stuff trademarked. If you have anything, get it trademarked, get it copyrighted, do all the things you are supposed to do. It costs a little bit of money. Okay. You can go to LegalZoom or whatever, and I think you might have to pay about $800. But if it's going to pay off in the end, do what you're supposed to do. Okay. MGA, y'all know they had a huge lawyer, right? The MGA lawyers called this lawsuit a money grab. Okay, he said that he believes that it was a bullying tactic, and they will most likely go to try to appeal it. They don't want to pay that much money, but we'll see what happens next. Right now, T.I. and Tiny are the winners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, let's see what y'all got to say about it. Perseverance. Yep, you're right about that. But like I said, not everybody have enough money to keep taking this to court. And that's probably what they wanted. So for them to have been able to take it to court that many times, just know that they did what they were supposed to do. And hopefully we can learn some things from this, all of us, because how many times do Black, brown, yellow skinned people create something and then have someone come in and swoop it up? Okay. The Coca-Cola recipe, you know what I'm saying? Peanut butter, whatever it is, child. It's always the little guy that look like us that gets smashed. Okay. And even though T.I. and Tiny had a little bit of money, I don't know if they had $71 million worth of money, but they used the money to fight the good fight and they ended up winning. So just, mind your P's and Q's and pay attention to the big picture. We create stuff. It belongs to you. You know what I'm saying? You create it, it belongs to you. Don't let somebody take it. Don't root for people to take your shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I love and trust Dyana. I love the commentary, the research, the knowledge. I appreciate you, Lone Star. Oh, you guys really make me feel good when I come on here. Thank you. I haven't bought a doll in a long time. You have 3 great granddaughters, but I usually buy them clothes and give their mother the money to buy their toys. Oh, well, yeah, listen, this is a big deal. They had a lot of dolls. And so the jurors actually went through and picked the dolls that they said resembled the group in either likeness, how their hair was combed, the name of the doll, everything. So that's a lot. Let's see. Bullying tactic. They stole their name and their likeness, and they were the one being bullied. Yeah, child. You know how that works. Let's see. She said, Clone said they probably spent $50 million to get the $71 million. That's still $21 million on top, boo. That's still $21 million on top. And it's still, I think this is a huge win. This is a huge win for them. It's a huge win for everybody because we should really be looking at everything. If we can go back, if I can find the actual case for that trial, I would look at it just to see what happened, right? Here we go. Don't forget that Jack Daniel bourbon was created by a Black man. Child, what wasn't is what we're really trying to figure out. Okay. We know that there's a lot of stuff that we create and people will come in and swoop it right on the hell up. Okay. And people are learning things. People are learning things on the job all the time. I'm sure Tiny and T.I. was thinking, we're Tiny and T.I. Why was anybody try to come in and pull the rug from up under us or our children or our grandchildren? Because that's really who they're fighting for at this point. And the lawyer, definitely, let me tell you, that lawyer was smiling so damn wide. He was like, baby, y'all just bought me my dream house, my vacation home, my everything. Okay. He was happy as hell. So yeah, that was that. All right. Thank y'all for listening to that story. We're about to move on to Mr. Marsau, child. Let's get him up here. Marsau. I have them on my screen. Yesterday, I talked to you guys. I told y'all that Marsau was in a fight with his neighbors, the community. He said the church and some other community leaders. Now, when we saw this on the show earlier this season for season 8, we were kind of laughing and joking about it, but we didn't know what was going on, right? Marsau and Tisha actually brought a real situation that was happening in their lives to the show. And now I'm kind of curious if it's going to keep moving, if they're going to keep bringing, more attention to this on the show, because baby, I went back to listen to that entire scene. And when I tell y'all that Marsau handed his, the preacher, the deacon, and whoever else he was talking about, he handed their entire ass back to them. Marsau was throwing shots and jabs that entire episode, that entire scene. And if y'all missed it, go back and watch it. I put it on my IG stories. Make sure you are following me over there. Also, if you have not, or if you can vote early, I put a list of early voting, okay? So you'll see which states allow early voting. But either way, Marsau was dogging them people out, and he's still creating enemies, okay? Now, I'm going to play this one scene, because Marsau said in that scene, I will not lick the boots of any so-called leaders, any so-called Black leaders who think I'm supposed to do what they say in order to do anything at Black, all right? And he also said this, child. Let's listen to this little clip. Y'all remember this?
Town, Scott Manor. Those are parts of the earth that we own. We own this earth.
This part actually cracked me up. But Marsau said, we own the earth that Black or Uptown is sitting on. We own this earth. Okay?
Uptown, Scott Manor. Those are parts of the earth that we own. We own this earth. It's our earth.
You think it's going to make it harder, though, for us?
Don't give a I don't care.
The one thing I can say that I believe, freedom ain't free. If we're not willing to fight for it, then we don't deserve to have it.
You hear that? He ain't lying when he said that. If you ain't willing to fight for freedom, you don't deserve to have it. But Marsau said, Uptown, Scott Manor, the shit we bought, we own that part of the earth. That's our earth. Did you say it? Do you think that we might? He went, I don't give a fuck.
Uptown, Scott Manor. Those are parts of the earth that we own. We own this earth. It's our earth.
You think it's going to make it harder, though, for us?
Don't give a I don't care.
The one thing I can say that I believe, freedom ain't free. If we're not willing to fight for it, then we don't deserve to have it.
All right, y'all heard it. If you ain't willing to fight for it, you don't deserve to effing have it, okay? But he said he owned the earth. Now, he's talking the way my grandfather would have talked, okay? Back in the day, don't play with my grandfather's land. That's just not something that you could do, all right? And he felt the same way. Now, I know a lot of people are saying in the comment section, Marsau's being disrespectful, move it. They bought that little piece of land, and now we have to see if this plays out on the show, what happens next, all right? But I found it interesting. He hit every syllable of we own this earth. But either way, in this clip, Tisha and Marsau basically, they dedicate themselves to fighting it. They said, we are going to do what we need to do here. We own the earth. We own this piece of earth that Uptown and Scott Manor resides on. Okay, so we have to see what happens next, child. I'm reading through the comments. I know somebody said this is disrespectful. Hold on, let me see, get your comments up here. Cece said, Marsau, tell me you don't understand the game without telling me you don't understand the game. Tree W said, he is so wrong for disrespecting the church and the pastors. Woo, child. Marsau is funny, but do you think something is missing up there when it comes to the church parking lot? Well, he said the church parking lot isn't an issue anymore. He said he does not park in that parking lot. Now, when the minister yesterday gave the details. He said back in 2000, whenever, 2020 maybe, he let them park there the one time. He said that he was compensated for it, but he didn't appreciate that they had left things in the parking lot. You guys have left some other comments saying that I guess people are drinking and maybe smoking and things like that, and maybe they just find the bar or cigar bar or whatever it is to be a nuisance, and so they would like for them to move it all together. And I don't know, typically when you own something, you don't just pick it up and move it. Now, what I can say is it looks like Black is jumping. For everybody that I was able to read comments and stuff like that who've been, who lives in Huntsville, Alabama, and who are familiar with it, they say that that place is jumping. And I told y'all before that I thought that that was probably the larger part of their bread and butter. It looks like they have settled whatever their suits were with, what's that company? Y'all know the lawsuit they were in forever, but it looks like that has been settled. So that's their bread and butter, right? They didn't have to give it away or sell it or any of those things. But if Marsau moves, who else is going to move in? Because once you've set up a situation, like even if Marsau moves the club, you know what happens next? Someone else says, well, there was a club here that was bumping, it was high, it was doing all these things, so we're going to move this in. It's going to be gentrified really, really quickly. You know what gentrifiers do? They don't ask either. They don't ask for permission. They'll let you know that it's happening, and you can either take this little bit of money to move the church or this little bit of money to move the funeral home. But either way, we're going to build. We're going to build over here no matter what. And this is supposedly North Huntsville. This is where the comeback group at the beginning from season 1, when we were all listening to all the good ideas about the comeback group, it was all supposed to take place in North Huntsville. So if they get ran up out of there, who knows? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want anybody to lose anything. I don't like for Black people to lose business or any of that stuff. So that I'm not advocating for that at all. But I'm saying if it were, as a hypothetical, to happen, what happens when you've already established that a place can boom? You just bring in the gentrifiers. They'll just come in and do whatever they're going to do. So this is actually just bringing more attention over there. Okay, it's bringing more attention. That is the church parking lot. That is the church parking lot. I'm not really for sure what you mean. Share more, Mary. Let me know what you're talking about. Black is having day parties on Sunday. Can you hear the juke music at the church? Well, on Sunday, Mildred, I didn't know it was a day party. I thought that it was more like a brunch scene, and then later they bring in the piano man, okay? The piano man and the drums and all that, right? I thought that during the day, though, they're trying to keep it cute. And I think maybe they might even get a few of the church crowd to come over in their fancy brims, okay, in their hard bottom shoes, and they might come over and eat brunch. I don't know. Has there been anybody who had Sunday brunch over there at Black? Maybe they should open up a second location and make Black a dinner club. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Marsau needs to add some parking spaces to his land and keep it clean and stay off the church's property. He's not on the church's property anymore. So from what I'm understanding, this is the new fight. The new fight is they have taken to City Hall some development plans. They would like to expand Black. Basically make it look more like a campus, gave it an archway. I think it's supposed to be Black in the garden. They got all of these flower beds and things around. And then there's some more property it looks like they own that they want to turn into a parking lot. And as beautiful as it looked, let me see if I can find it and put it back up. As beautiful as it looked, the church is saying, we don't want it here. We want you guys to move all of it to Midtown, which means that he would have to find a whole new location and build there. Can it happen? Sure, it probably can. But Tisha Marsau said, we own this earth. This is our earth. This is our earth. You don't get to tell us what to do with our earth. Did y'all not hear that?
Town, Scott Manor. Those are parts of the earth that we own. We own this earth. It's our earth.
You think it's going to make it harder, though, for us?
Don't give a
and he don't give a fuck. Okay, he said he owns the earth. He owns the earth that Scott Manor in Uptown resides on, and he does not care what people think, child. And that's a big deal. Hold on, still reading. But anyway, he took those development plans down to the city, and the city said no. Well, not the city didn't say no. My bad. The deacon came down to combat the plan. So, if you go down and you say, this is what we want to do, they'll look at it. They'll talk about whether or not it can be done. And then people get to come in. If you live in the city, you get to come in and say, no, we don't want that here. And they can give their reasons why. So y'all can do that right now. Become more involved with city planning and going down to City Hall and see what is being built in your neighborhood. And then you can vote. You can say, I don't like it. You could call your councilman and say, I don't want that here. Let's see what else y'all got to say. Erica Fleming said, perhaps if they respected the church property and businesses around them, it wouldn't be a major issue. Even if they aren't happy about Black being there, they are still responsible for their patrons. Good point. They make a lot of trouble for him. Peggy, are you saying that the church is making trouble for Marsau? Why go against the community? Yep. See, this is the question everyone asks. Marsau has done, just an FYI, this is where things get really interesting. What Marsau has done is shown that money can be made in that community, that people are interested in coming over there. This is North Huntsville. This is supposed to be an undesirable place, but everybody said if they could buy in early over there right now, that they could, they'll be a part of, all of the things that's coming in, right? They could be a part of the initial money. And that's what Marsau looked like he's done. He's bought in over there, and he's become a part of the beginning, the ground zero level of making money. But, and like I said, how long does he get to stay? And if he's gone, who else is going to come in and do exactly what Marsau did? Let's see. Remember the weekend when Funky was there and they had a Sunday party? The background was very small, no room to expand. I don't know. Like I said, he had the development plan, so you guys would have to look at that. For some reason, he believes he can get it done. I wouldn't want my neighbors trashing my yard when they had a party. I think it was just the one time, though. I think it was just the one time, but I think they don't want them to expand. They want the area to stay the same. They want the area to stay the same. So should the area stay the same, or should it change? Let's put that in the Let's put that in the comments as a vote. Do you believe that it should stay the same and you should wait for the people in the community to say, we don't want any changes here unless we all agree? Or do you just wait for the neighborhood to become gentrified because deeper pockets come in and change the area anyway? Put a 2 in the chat if you think that it should stay the same until, otherwise it happens, or, put a 4 in the chat if you believe that you'll just wait for the bigger developers. I believe that the community has a say. Okay, a change is going to come, might as well be Black owned. He need to do the right thing too. Okay, so a lot of y'all are saying that it should stay the same. That is so interesting. That is interesting. When you're trying to become a part of the community, you must first familiarize yourself with existing rules and regulations of that community and try to be as unproblematic as possible. I lived in an area when I was in St. Louis that was majority Black. And I would come home every day from work and see my neighbors moving out because it was becoming very quickly gentrified. They built an IKEA, they put in a Starbucks, and they started expanding the hospital. And nobody asked me shit. Nobody knocked on my door and asked me anything. I had no say so. I did my thing with voting, But when they decided they were going to take that community, they took it. And very few people, if you could not afford those taxes as they were getting higher and higher, you were just pushed out of the neighborhood. And that happens all of the time. That happens all of the time. So, but I saw it with my own two eyes. I saw it with my own eyes. It literally felt like it changed overnight. And my little house, which wasn't that little, but we were like the last people, like almost on the block. We were right by the botanical garden. So it was already getting a whole bunch of traffic from visitors, out of towners, things like that. They put in a wine bar. Everything in the neighborhood became really walkable. Like you could just go to the wine bar and get something to eat, go up the street, buy something from a shop. It was that type of neighborhood. We were near SLU, St. Louis University. And literally it happened overnight. I would see my neighbors moving out and people that did not look like me moving in. They were nice, but they also knew that they were like, well, bitch, you won't be here for long. You know what I'm saying? As soon as those doctors and nurses and all those people start moving in because of the hospital expansion, you still don't have a lot of say, and they will move out the church if they have to. Let's see. These southern states and towns operate a little differently, especially when dealing with the church. Okay. People are saying that does not happen everywhere. We had a church. We had a magnet school. There was a lot of things coming in, but like I said, those taxes start going up. And I don't know if that changes things for people. I think it usually just moves people out the neighborhood. Marsau is very rude. So nasty, so rude, so nasty, so rude. Marilyn Taylor said it's happening right now in Houston, 3rd Ward, where Beyonce and LaToya Luckett lived. I mean, it happens all over the country. If y'all have not been paying attention, the city, which was typically occupied by, minorities, Blacks, they're being pushed out further into the county. And people that were living in the county, which was considered the elite, are all moving back into the city. In most communities, I would say the majority. And all of a sudden, you're not able to afford it. When development is a priority, it happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. So it may be the case that he may not be able to move forward, but he's already proven that it's bankable. So once you prove it's bankable, that's it. That's it. Someone said, have you been to a football game? They charge you $75 to park. People destroy the parking lot. Nope, I haven't. I mean, there's events here all the time. Like anybody who lives in Atlanta, you know that parking is a grip. Okay, they're going to charge you $50, $100. You better figure it out before you get there. But they will charge you all kinds of money to park. We just had was like a golfing tournament here. And people were renting out their front yards to park, like $75, $35 to park. I was on my way to the grocery store, like, look at all the neighborhood is collecting their dough. But yes, and it's huge homes being erected around this golf course. Huge homes being erected around this golf course. And then, you turn the corner, there's regular size homes, but those homes are going to go away because this neighborhood is going to be gentrified, and that's all there is to it. Let's see. They haven't paid taxes and have multiple violations. I would tread lightly when publicly disrespecting the church who has ties with the city. Well, this was a clip from the episode earlier this season. But he did say yesterday that he didn't feel any ways tired. He said, this is what's going down. We're still fighting. The other businesses in the area have proved, that they can make money. Marsau is not the savior of Huntsville. No, ma'am. I didn't say he was a savior. I said when businesses come in, you can kick a business out, but when it comes in and you show that money is being made hand over fist, you're not stopping people from finding that area lucrative and more people coming in to make money. That's what I'm saying. Once it's been proven, it happens. Once the city says, this is it, this is it. Marsau may want someone to come in and pay big bucks for his real estate. Possibly. Possibly. It's not if, it's a matter of when. I've seen areas in Florida get completely changed. Gentrification is definitely taking place in a major way in Tampa, Florida. Absolutely. Dyana, what you know about Eastlake and Candler? See? Well, I was on my way to the grocers, okay? I like to go to that little farmer's market over there, child. And I was like, why is these roads closed? And all of a sudden, I was like, there's a whole golf tournament happening over here. So I'm taking it, you know where I'm talking about. That was just a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, these babies are making money, child, renting out their front yard for parking because there was a big golf tournament. But right across from that golf course, there's amazing homes. They look like they should be on a beach, like, you know, them island homes with the windows and all. Child, it is absolutely fabulous. And then you turn the corner and it might not be, you know, the homes aren't on the same scale, child. Either way, I know that they're not going to be able to stay there. I know that once that shit start happening, people gonna get bumped up out of there. Okay, homeowners who are educated and aware of the value of their land will preserve their property. Many Blacks in Boston are aware and they are standing their ground. All right. All right, child, it's a conversation that needs to be had. And I'm glad that we are having it. This is the type of stuff that I like to do on my channel. When we watch these shows, I say all the time, we should be watching it and looking at these stories as testimony as to what's going on in our own lives, in our own backyards, child, because it is happening everywhere. But he did bring the story to the show. I hope that they continue to talk about it in the second half of the season, possibly. And we will see. We will see. We'll see what happens next. What I believe happened is that they registered for a different type of business than what they are running now. You think so? They would have to get all the licenses in order to do that. They would have to get like the liquor license, and then they'd have to sell food. We know that the health department is going to pay a visit. So they look like they are on par with whatever they're doing, because it's always served food. It's always served liquor. The cigar bar, I don't think you need an actual license to sell cigars, but it's just called Black Cigar Bar. Eminent domain in most cases. All right, y'all. Listen. I love it. Thank you, Elegant. The Elegant Elephant. Excuse me, I can't speak today. The Elegant Elephant. Someone said they definitely didn't do that because Black would be closed down if they did. Correct. There's a lot of licenses that go into building a brick and mortar, especially if you are serving the public. There's certain things that need to happen. It looks like everything that was supposed to happen happened. They also have a business license that they have to keep updated every year. And then they get those inspections every year. So those are all things that are happening and have to happen in order to operate. But we will see what happens next. I think that this is probably the most interesting story, one of the most interesting stories that they have right now. A lot of people have been asking about the business aspect. I want to know how they handle this as a business. I would like to know how they handle this as a business. And if y'all go look at my IG stories, you will hear him say this was a part of the comeback initiative, even though it is just Tisha and Marsau. So we're going to see what happens next. Okay. Either way, y'all, I appreciate y'all for joining me today. Let me take this down. I appreciate y'all for joining me today. As always, we've done our hour. Hold on. We've done our hour. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. Thank you to all of my moderators. Thank you to anyone who has donated to the channel. I appreciate y'all for blessing the channel. Thank you to my members. Anybody who was a member in the channel, I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. And of course, all of you who are watching today, make sure you follow me on the Tickety Talk, follow me on IG, and continue to follow me here. Become a subscriber, okay? You guys are great as always. I love y'all. That's pretty much it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.